I say, whoa now, y'all. It's your minds and them foul shot, aka the Toothless Wonder, reporting on the Bamboozle Again News Network, where, I just hop on here and start talking. But this is kind of a news network reporting, well, this ain't gonna be live, but reporting live from the battlefield. Sometimes I feel so unique, right, that people don't be making no sense to me, right? So I had and I detail personal stories, the experiences, and what you may be able to learn from it, so you don't have to go through it. Or if you're in a similar situation, here are some of the tactics or counter moves you can deploy to mitigate the circumstances, right? So when I was informing or making it public, right, about my old job and the vast, gross misconduct, financial fraud, whatever, one of my former co-workers had inboxed me and said, I'm being messy. I said, how am I being messy by reporting on the mess of others? Have you told them people they messy? No. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me. Or technically, right, is reporting the news gossiping? Is it? This just be stuff like that be mystifying my mind, right? But this is going to be more so into, and I'll segue that into this, which is just telling your truth, right? Now, let's say, this is probably one of the more egregious of examples, but let's say hypothetically you were molested as a youth, right? And you know how that typically go. They say don't tell people because, it'll make the family look bad. Never mind the fact you've been traumatized. So I'm supposed to deal with this traumatization. Think about y'all ego and image that don't exist based on this event, and not speak on something that tragic that happened to me, or how they say, or I'll give you another one where they say, now black people have been victims of the transatlantic slave trade, right, for 400 years, right, and we supposed to let that go. But every year when the Holocaust come in, or 9/11, is never forget. You see how there's no more absolutes, or all this stuff is selectively enforced, or whatever the case may be. So when I talk about what's going on in the state of Maryland, and I'm well versed in being able to do so, I choose to do that because I want to. So let's say if you come to the state of Maryland, here's what to expect. Here's what's to watch out for. Here is some of the counter tactics that I use before anybody taught me that can help you. You see what I'm saying? This is the reality of the situation. In reference to a more encouraging, what I find encouraging, facing reality and dealing with it. You can have all the, halftime pep talks and with this, that, and the third, but until you actually do something, it's just empty words. It sounds great. I can listen to all the, Vince Lombardi and what's that other brother? The Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker, very, very inspirational brother, right? But until I implement any of this in my personal life, it's all for naught. I ain't even really on the encouraging tip. I want to empower. We got our E's mixed up. Encouragement, yeah, that might be the first step. But I didn't really get encouraged. My situation actually got worse until, in response to it actually getting harder, it empowered me in anger to do something about it. Not angry about my situation, but angry with myself about the choice that I had made, which then honed discipline, foresight, intuition. That was birthed out of, my situation. Had my situation been easy, or I could have easily, rectified a job or whatever the case may be, I wouldn't be who I am now to be able to tell harsh truths and don't care who says something about it. Because one thing they ain't gonna say is I'm lying. You know what I mean? And I understand that, Babylon has degraded to some degree and whatever, right? But what happened when you get so degraded, something happened internally, you say, man, hell with this. What's happening? It wasn't like I had all the resources in the world. I actually learned how to, instead of focus on what I didn't have, I focused on what I did have and use that little bit to go forward on a day-to-day basis. Resiliency, being what they call that, not resiliency, but resourceful rather. Both of them, you know what I'm saying? Actually, if you don't have those skill sets or on a path of those things being honed, it's over for you. And yeah, I said it. Of course, the Most High can protect you and da-da-da-da, right? But does he really want us encouraged? Yeah, first step, right? Or does he want us empowered? When I look at the scriptures, those people were empowered. Now, they themselves could encourage others, but eventually it has to be moved into empowerment. Empowerment to deal with detrimental situations gracefully. Yeah, you get frustrated. Bible talk about that, whatever. Not to, make light of it. But this ain't no, happy. I'm a happy-go-lucky Negro for the most part. But every day I'm not going to be happy-go-lucky because I have to deal with, human emotions in this physical realm. Some days I don't feel like talking. And it ain't because I'm mad. I ain't got nothing to say or I don't feel like talking. My daughter do that. And I understand because I know her and understand her. If she don't feel like, it don't necessarily mean something ain't wrong. She don't feel like being talking. So I leave her alone. And then when she feel like talking again, she'll be back talking. You know what I'm saying? Like Debo. You know what I mean? But I also, I'm a different type Negro. You understand me? You know what I mean? So I'm really, and I can't, of course there are seasons of life and you can move and so on and so forth. But for the most part, if somebody tells me something at this point in the game, it's either already something I already know or something they're confirming that the Most High already told me. Be honest with you, I don't want to hear from nobody else because I don't feel like getting bamboozled. None of that. And if it's true and I don't know it yet, eventually, in a probably timely fashion, it'll get revealed to me. But I'll be honest, I don't want to take no advice. I don't want no sympathy and or encouragement. A lot of times, like how I discovered YouTube and whatnot, it was confirming stuff I already knew, and it was encouraging to hear that I wasn't the only one. Not that I practiced confirmation bias by any stretch of the imagination, but it just validated that I wasn't crazy. There are other brothers and sisters from numerous walks of life, ages, education levels, who have had similar experience or see the same thing I do. I already knew that. It was just a blessing hearing it from somebody else, or almost like an online AA meeting where, you sit in a meeting with people you don't know and end up sharing similar experiences that create bonds. You know what I'm saying? And then, you uphold each other in burdens and so on and so forth. But everybody on their own individual walk. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm banking on somebody, being there, and of course it does happen, but let's say I'm wherever I'm at with it emotionally, and I'm banking on somebody to talk me out of doing something, I'm dead in the water. Especially as a man, I gotta be able to talk myself out of it. In the midst of an emotion, let's say I'm super rageful, vengeful, right? I can feel that emotion, and it can sit on me, right? The key is not to move in that, be angry and sin not, because all type of stuff gonna make you angry. Babylon make me angry every day, B. But I don't feel as though I'm necessarily wrong in critiquing Babylon, and Babylon gonna get worse. But that lets me know at least I'm on the right side of things, because if Babylon didn't make me mad, I'm probably a part of it. Or I'm looking to, ingratiate myself into some segment thereof. Everything about Babylon make me mad. So forgive me if I long for better, or if I long for that which is, conducive to thine soul, mind, and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really antisocial. I'm just socially anti to society that isn't where I'm at with it. Now, granted, we can have different opinions, beliefs. I'm talking about just to the core of who, like, I ain't no sellout Negro. So what I look like being around a group of Negroes that talk real tough, but will sell out for anything. You know what I'm saying? I see it all around me. And I ain't in no big metropolitan city. We in small town USA, and I see it all over the place. I've lived in Baltimore. That's how I'm able to identify various groupings or demographics of Negroes. The bully coon Negro who, be 40 years old, join a gang, You know what I mean? But it's OG 25, and when he go to jail, he turn Muslim and try to get some bussy. You know what I mean? These Negroes all over the place. And don't none of these Negroes say nothing to me when they see me in real life. Or these woke conscious Negroes who talk all this yin yang, but I did all that. I said, yo, where are we gonna meet at to solve the problem? Crickets. You know what I'm saying? We don't really, now, like in the Bible, you know, talk about people loving their lives or not loving their lives unto death, right? For standing up for what's right, I'm willing to take on whatever come with that. I've been like that since I was little. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go along, get along. I don't. At such a time, you know, of the back door and, you know, just the parasitical social environment we find ourselves in, I find it, and y'all may be, you know, like this too if you're part of my content, or listen to my content rather. I find it one of the greatest blessings, the ability to be by myself, you know, pray and counsel myself, heal myself. Because if my healing is based on somebody else doing it, I'll be waiting all day long, and I ain't got time to wait. You know, why would I wait for you to do something for me that I can do for myself? And let's say, like, here it is, right? And I take full responsibility of whatever going on with me and the consequences. So let's say I'm unable to consistently quit smoking cigarettes, and then something detrimental in life happens. I ain't gonna hop on here and complaining, because I know better. That's why. I don't feel like complaining. I don't feel like victimhood and blame, shaming and all that. Like, I don't know, it seems like every time snow coming, I kind of get down, or I'm like more lethargic or whatever. I just feel whatever I feel and I just get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day not gonna be a good day, I understand that. You know what I mean? Some days I'm crying out to the Most High, you know. Some days I make prayer and I'm mad. Not with him, but just like, I don't understand, or who else am I talk to? And I think that's the way he set it up. I don't think he want me going to man. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are instances where assistance, help is needed, and then through man, or through the Most High, you know, he'll use man, women, whatever the case, circumstance, whatever the case may be. But on this, I'm too dug in at this point. I'm down on my sword, and I'm kind of stubborn. And I just tell everybody where I'm at with it. I'm kind of stubborn. People say I'm crazy, right? But my heart pure, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody say I'm bamboozled them or took advantage of their vulnerability or whatever, because I got a hard conscience. And even if I don't want to do that, I don't want to be known for that. I'd rather go without. Because if I got to get it the wrong way, it ain't for me to have. And when I do make not a mistake, but like, I can't really remember the last time, maybe when I told my child something I wasn't supposed to tell her, I felt repentant, and he restored both of us. And then I learned from it, and then I make sure I don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as, you know, whatever the Most High got for me and or you, is for me and or you. But just because he tell me do something don't mean it's for you to do. Like, you know, in a body, or in the body of your soul, right? You know, it's all one body, right? But my eyebrows got a different function than my fingernails. My kneecap has a different function than my, you know, Achilles heel. You know what I'm saying? I just want to find my niche and do that to the best of my ability to help the body function. I don't care nothing about, you know, a whole bunch of YouTube fame, or just like when I was in the streets. I was never no street Negro. I was just a Negro in the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not a great shade of anything. Like, I might have some components of activism or liberation, but you won't see me grouped up in no NAACP. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime, and I noticed this, anytime I find myself in a social grouping where there's politics and social hierarchies, I'm going to be kind of shadow banned or curtailed to some degree. So even in my efforts, like, say, let's say, for lack of a better term, activism, that'd be something I had to do on my personal time. Because can't nobody, or I don't want anybody to be able to say, no, we can't do that because the person above us said not to, or I got to get the okay from him. No. I do it because I feel like it, or I'm led to. I really don't like answering to people, to be totally honest with you. And that's not out of ego or hyper masculinity or any kind of those trigger words people want to use. I don't like listening to people because let's say I'm gonna use the analogy of the Wright brothers. Who the Wright brothers gonna ask for advice about doing something that, as far as human beings knew at that time, had never been done? More often times than not, they're probably gonna tell them, "You sure about that?" Or look at it this way. That's why I don't tell people. I guess I do, maybe. One, I do because one, they don't expect it to happen no way, so I don't believe in them being able to curtail it to some degree. Two, like here's another thing I noticed, right? And I've heard other like rhetoric about, I think sometimes we give the adversary too much credit, yo. Granted, let's say we playing basketball, I'm not gonna get overly vexed about the defense trying to stop me from scoring. That's what they out there to try to do. You know what I'm saying? It's the onus is on me to, get the bucket in the hole however I deem fit, however the defense playing. But I don't get mad about getting tackled in a football game when I know I'm playing football. That's what's supposed to happen. I just, I just try to make it into the end zone, to win the game. But I heard and I do believe this to be the case with the, I guess the earth becoming darker and more witchcraft and sorcery. What else supposed to happen? It wouldn't be the end times if they wasn't doing that. But I heard people say, like, don't make sure people don't touch you, and make sure you don't ask nobody for advice because you're giving them an entry point, and what else? Like, stuff like that. Now, if I don't know the person and I'm just casually talking, I don't feel like being all spiritually on guard, yeah. Hey, they touch me. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, oh, they touched me, and I find out later, wouldn't that be feeding into fear and energy and all that? Oh, the witchcraft person touched me and it didn't work. Actually, most of the stuff, like I've probably been in spiritual warfare my entire life on earth. When I think about it, ain't none of it work other than me becoming overly emotionally vexed about it. You know what I'm saying? I do like I did in the street. I know everybody got guns. I know this. But I'm not worried about getting shot. Because hypothetically, if I do get shot, I'm going to rectify the situation. And it don't cause a whole lot of, there's something I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I've never been enamored with humans to that degree. Oh, this is the greatest witch since sliced bread. And I like to believe the least of us among the Most High's chosen are still more powerful than the greatest witch out there. We just seem like maybe say weaker or less than because of the matrix that we live in. You know what I mean? The greatest, let's say Aleister Crowley, one of these Bamas, right? It still can't shake it, it's still not a drop in a bucket to the least of those among us. You know what I'm saying? Word up. So I don't even be getting all worried about that. And let's say they do something, okay, I'll go through that, then I come out on the other end. Not all worried about a whole bunch of witch, I'm knowledgeable of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I was working at the job where they was practicing witchcraft. 90%, if not, and that's conservative, probably 95% of the people who work there have behaviorally, physically, even like how they look regressed under the atmosphere of witchcraft as I know it to be before being placed in that environment. The only person who still got the same face, who still talk the same yin yang, who still antagonize these people like 50 Cent is me. Leave them people alone. I don't want to. You don't tell me what to do. So I'm supposed to leave wickedness alone. While wickedness abounds and does whatever. Now I understand, vengeance is mine. But I still like talk yin yang to him. So is this the same rhetoric that David used? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he taunting the armies of the Most High. Just let him talk, God will deal with it. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? That's why I moved past, other than brothers speaking spirituality, for the most part in practicality. I don't be listening to Hebrew Israelite camp, no Geno Jennings, no Pastor Dow, none of them. And here why, right? Now, if we supposed to not love our lives to death, and I get it, right? So when Pastor Dow had that situation with, what is his name, Mir or whatever, and the kid being missing and da-da-da-da, right? When them federal rallies came, he ain't bucked them peoples. You know who bucked them peoples more? Outlaw motorcycle gang. Granted, I guess they, Gentile and whatever the case may be. But I really don't feel like bound down to nobody, yo. But what I will do is this. Let's say, oh, I say whatever in the future, and then they come, with the SWAT team. I'm going to go ahead and give it up because all my heroes got put in jail. It ain't going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm going willingly. Name, rank, serial number. Where my cell at? Didn't, you know what I'm saying? Didn't all the disciples go to jail or the prophets and them? You know what I'm saying? They ain't raising a whole bunch of I'm being mistreated and this, that, and the third. They probably prayed to God about it. But they went in there like a G and kept their mouth shut. Again, sometimes I feel like, and it's not me, like an ego or nothing like that, because I'm always checking that. But sometimes I feel like I'm so evolved now that I can't practically empower or help. Now I can meet people where they at, right? But we can't afford to stay there long. You see what I'm saying? Now, granted, this is coming from the man who's, I guess journey has been through the last, 10 years, or I'm just now operating the stuff I know, right? But I don't know if everybody else is afforded this luxury. Granted, again, the Most High move you, however he move you, or he's able to do, I've seen him fold time up in my life. But I gotta give it to you raw. You know what I'm saying? As I know it to be. You might not like it, but at least you can, in the land of bamboozle, at least you can't say I bamboozled you. You know what I'm saying? Hear what it is. So if I say, brothers should probably be very leery of the women, not because we hate women, because of the cultural influence of Babylon. That's not women-hating rhetoric. That's pro-reality. Do the opposite and see what happens. Since you don't believe me, I'm just saying in general. And like when I talk to my man about whatever, right? So he got a little sharp. So I tend to get a little sharp. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to help you out. Now, if you be disrespectful, I ain't going to help you do nothing. I don't care who you tell because they can't make me do it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, sorrow and this, that. I'm well-versed in it. King of it. Like Sade, I'm the king of sorrows. That's why I felt the need or came to the epiphany that I'm going to have to learn some new skills. So if you can't adapt, don't complain about getting left. I say, like, we'll help those who help themselves. You know what I'm saying? Even in the struggle. Like, if I see a brother, ain't got no whip or nothing, but I see him walking to work every day in the rain consistently, I'm going to see him so much because of the work I see him putting in, the struggle, that I can identify, hey, cuz, you need a ride, bro? I ain't even gonna charge you, bro. Because I remember what it was like for me, cuz. Word up, man. And that ain't me seeing a brother fight back. That's encouraged me. Not whine, whine, whine. And I guess we all got our whine, whine, whine. But I whine, whine, whine to the Most High. Because whine, whine, whine at somebody else ain't gonna get the job done. And they don't want to hear it. And I know they don't care. And I don't care that they don't care. I care. And it seemed like the Most High cared. So I'm gonna just go to him with it. Because that seemingly is how he wanted it. You know what I mean? But that's just a reality. That's why I like to go one of these pro-black meetings and whatever. I ain't gonna do nothing but get kicked out. Or I ain't even gonna get kicked out. As soon as I walk in the jump, I'm a humble guy. I don't be trying to grandstand or nothing. They gonna be like, and I noticed this. If they can't use you, they blackball you. You know what I'm saying? I've been going through that all my life. I don't even care nothing about it. Because I'm probably, as far as the people I know, I'm probably one of the only Negroes who go to war by us lonely against people who, other people are afraid of for whatever the reason. And ain't nobody said nothing crazy to me in real life. Because they know, not that I'm so tough or nothing like that, because you can't argue with the truth. You just can't believe you done seen a Negro who's so willing to just speak his truth. And that's my thing, yo. Speak your truth, yo. I noticed, like, when I discovered, like, red pill content, for whatever the case may be, then you had all these women, like, come on the jump and say, oh, and put these, like, trigger words on, you're sassy, you're spicy, and all that. So, we're sassy and spicy for telling our experiences, like, we're just supposed to take bad treatment and behavior. Where they do that at? This is like the inverted psychology of Babylon. I'm supposed to do people wrong, and then if they say something about me doing them wrong, they wrong. Not the fact I did them wrong. I'm supposed to be able to do that. But then when somebody do it to me, it don't apply no more. Now I'm from the mountaintop screaming somebody did me wrong. I done did 3,000 people wrong. As soon as it come back on me with one person, now I can't handle it. Again, this is like me putting a gun on folk in the street and then crying a river when somebody put the gun on me. How DMX say, when you do dirt, you get dirt. This is, man, that's why I'm real. Yeah, it's funny how I got a YouTube page, right? But I really don't like talking. But what? People ain't gonna do nothing but try to talk in circles. And I'll be like, yeah, I hear you. And I'm listening. I am listening. I do practice active listening skill. But I ain't much on talking, man. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Man, hush up. You couldn't tell Granddad and them back in the day what to do. And if he don't know what to do, we all lost. If anybody around here is supposed to know what to do, it'd be him. That's like me telling the teacher how to teach. Or I'm going to a college class for trigonometry where I'm trying to explain to him how to teach the curriculum when I don't know nothing about it. That's why I'm in here. Man, you got to be kidding. The student trying to tell the teacher how to teach. Man, get out. Huh? This would be making me mad, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy intellectualism or, just things that stimulate my mind, yeah? Everything else make my brain ooze out my ears, yeah? Then I gotta go by the water or in the woods somewhere to get that off me, yeah? Because you try to make sense out of stuff don't make no sense. Yo, what man just say? Huh? What is cuz talking about? Again, that's another reason why I ain't big on talking, because everybody just bumping their guns together. But I ain't seen you do none of this. Okay, you give me a piece of advice about XYZ, right? Okay, show me how to do it. You can't do it. So what I'm listening to you for? That'd be like me taking financial advice from a homeless man. You know what I'm saying? Now, he might know some stuff, but why you ain't done did it? Oh, well, I don't have a resource or whatever. So if you did have a resource, like, what would be your first step, my brother? I can't really tell you that. Oh, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like anything, like somebody asked me a question in the comment section, right? That I say I personally live and implement and do in real time when I'm not on YouTube, I should be able to explain with detail how I do it. It's just crazy how, and I'm not just in real life, but on YouTube and stuff like that, can't be fooling with society like that. I'm kind of efficient in and out, you know what I mean, whatever, right? But you have gurus of subject matter who don't do none of the stuff they're a guru of. Like, I'm a dating coach, right? But you ain't never seen me bag no shotties, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm Kung Fu Joe, but you ain't never seen me fight nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm spiritual practitioner extraordinaire, but you've never seen me operate in any semblance of humility or admit when I'm wrong or say I don't know something. You know what I mean? That's why I don't be listening. Because if I don't smell no 1, hellfire on you, 2, humility, 3, a dying of the ego, I ain't trying to fool with you. Because I already know you ready to start bamboozling and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I call out personal people I know. They don't ever say nothing to me, though. Because they know I know better. I think part of it, they be like, how does he know what he know? Because I be kind of, easy does about it. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised what I know. I just don't allude to everything I know. So whatever I talk about on here, about personal situations, that's probably the tip of the iceberg about other stuff I know, have already deployed, and waiting for an outcome. You know what I'm saying? When people don't see me, I'm always in the shadow doing shadow work, working on something. Most of it don't work, but here's the key. I don't need all of it to work. If one thing worked, it put me on another level. You know what I'm saying? I can be out of a job for 10 years, get one out of nowhere, and then you'd have thought I'm right back on deck with 2 paychecks. How that work? My math don't be mathing. You know what I'm saying? Even for someone who's been a beady-eyed food, you know what I'm saying? Like Sanford and Son, right? How he get all this wisdom out of nowhere next time we seen him? How? The things that used to trip him up for 20,000 years, he don't even bat an eye at no more. So it got to be to the glory of the Most High. So I'm praying he reform me even more. Because if I could reform myself, I'd have did it already, and I probably would have tried to take credit for it. You know what I'm saying? He done taught me stuff I ain't even know I need to know. So if I do need to know something, he'll reveal it at the time. A la when Neo was on the roof and never flown a helicopter and got a download to fly a helicopter because it was a necessity. Ingenuity is bred out like the way my brain works. I don't know how everybody else's brain works, but my brain works like this. If I perceive that this is a necessity to my survival, I'll be able to learn something that I've never learned or wasn't interested in. So let's say we in a SHTS situation, right? I'm not the most mechanically inclined with my hands, right? I'll bet you I'll become a natural at small home building. Cause I don't feel like dying, that's why. You know what I'm saying? What, man, why you don't sell out? Cause I don't feel like it, that's why. It ain't no great big explanation, cause I don't feel like it. Why you not talking? Cause I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep calling these people out? Cause I feel like it, that's why. You know what I'm saying? Like the one woman who was sniffing coke in the office told me what to do with my tongue. You not qualified to tell me what to do with my time. When in your free time, you go to work at a rehab and sniff coke, and they was gonna sweep that under the rug. But anybody black, they fire them for the slightest infraction, who's actually decent. Unless you sleep with clowns, then you'll get a pass. So she tried to tell me what to do with my time. So I said that. You don't tell me what to do with my time. You know what I'm saying? I fight multiple wars on multiple fronts in real time. Stuff I go through, you know what I'm saying, make you jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? Try to tell me what to do with my time. I'm supposed to listen to you and how that gonna benefit me. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to listen to you, I gotta see how it benefits you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really big. Now, words are powerful, but to me, talk has always been cheap. So anything I say, and I think that be blowing people away too, because I kind of got an unorthodox way of saying stuff, and I think it threw people off, right? But anything I say, I either believe it, do it. You know what I'm saying? When ain't nobody around. So then when they see that, like when I told people, I'm like, yo, I'm ready to quit, yo. They're like, Then I got quit and everybody go, how you mad? I told you what I was finna do. See, they want Negro just talk all this yin yang, don't do none of it. You know, talk a good game, easily controlled, easily duped. I'm not one of them, yo. So birds of a feather, I guess they do flock together. But in this respect, and other than a select few that I personally know in real life, where we can have these type of conversations, and we don't always agree on, but I respect their, opinion because they actually live it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jigga Man said, can't talk about it if you ain't live it. You know what I mean? But this one of them little rants. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a multi-faceted, diverse Negro. You know what I'm saying? So I am very empathetic. I am very helpful. I am very understanding. But at the same time, I don't care. I really don't care about what happened in Babylon. I'm so, adamant about helping the brothers and the sisters in the struggle, yo. And part of that, again, grace of Most High, and He will empower you. But we got to fight, yo. I don't feel like fighting all the time. Sometimes I feel like giving up. I just can't do it if I wanted to. Because there's something inside me that won't allow me to do that. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, then I hop on here and say I'm wrong. Like I hopped on here and talked about, child custody. I've been transparent. Smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I got to gouge my eyeballs out when I go to Planet Fitness. You know what I'm saying? My past and all the, the Bama stuff I used to do. Because I ain't got no ego or image to maintain. You know what I'm saying? But that's all, yo. You know what I'm saying? Just that. And here's the encouragement and here's the empowerment. Like my old master sensei told me. You may not know what to do, but you should know what to do when the time comes. And just do what's in front of you. Because you can't get down the road until you do what's in front of you. If you're going up a ladder, you ain't going to get to the top till you take the first step. And on that note, one love, baby. It's your man's and them signing off. Ooh, ah!